Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to a Punched Out Thursday to Die For, where we all use our punches and or our dies to create a layout. And today I'll be scrapping this photo of my great nephew Dakota. And I'm showing the things I'm using. I'm going to only use one thing from the flowers. Going to use three on this reindeer die. The letterbox dies, ornament from Spellbinders, the marquee from Diamond Press, and those lights and the Tim Holtz car. And I'm going to use papers, and that's a variety. Echo Park, well, the stickers are Echo Park, and I think one thing I fussy cut is, and then there is We Are Memory Keepers and Chamel. I'm going to do the car first. Now, Dakota's in a box, and he is using his imagination in that box. It was Christmas Day, and we were at my sister's house. And although he did end up putting some of his gifts in the box with him, he was using it for a house, a car, an airplane, a rocket ship. So those are the things I'm going to use on the layout. He might have used it for more stuff after I left, but yeah, he was having fun in that box. It was the best gift ever. And I thought about doing that as the title, but instead I've got a longer title. The car has several parts on it. I think this is called colorized. Tim Holtz has a line where it has layers where you don't have to do them yourself. Although for many years I did them myself. The little package that goes in the back, it went flying one day and I do not know where it went. But I can always find a package to put in there. And that was a circle, and oh, I forgot. Simple Stories is another thing. And the circle was a 4x6 card, and I'm going to use it for an ornament. So I really needed to reuse the teal, like mint. Well, maybe it's more of a mint, three times on there. So I decided to do it as my package, and I just punched out one of the circles that was on the 4x6 paper. And then I put my tiny bow on there. The tree, I used some really tiny, thin twine on there, and oh, I'm putting the chrome on the car now. I almost forgot about it. The bumpers and the grill. And the tires aren't really going to get attached yet because they're made to just glue down onto the card, or in my case, the scrapbook layout. For the rocket ship, I'm going to use that reindeer die. The belly is going to be the rocket ship. And then I am making, well, I cut parts to put her on there. And because, rocket ship built like that usually comes apart as it goes up in the sky. And so I thought I'd make it several parts here. And there is gray in those papers, so the window has gray used for it. And then the bottom part of the rocket ship, it is the hoofs on the reindeer. Only I layered them and fussy cut around it so I could have some red because it kind of looked bland the way it was. I wanted something lighter and it, just to have a little bit different instead of having red there. But I did layer it in the red. And those three parts laying there, two, the ones on the right and left, they are the hand hoofs on the reindeer. And of course, the other one, the bottom part of the rocket, is the feet hoofs on the reindeer. And then the center one, I just kind of freehanded it. The airplane that I'm making now, I started out with a 1-inch circle and got smaller, and I accidentally put one of my parts on there. And I won't notice it. I'll be a little confused, but I won't actually figure it out until I go to put the divider on the, well, that's why I had to punch one thing out because I used one. But the divider on the windshield, it's the wrong color to go on the windshield. So it would have been the right color if I'd used the right things. but I had to go ahead and cut another little strip to put on there to have the divider for the windshield. And I forgot the tail. I had intentions to make the tail, but somehow I forgot it. So I will be pulling out my first piece for the propeller, which has probably more propellers than I needed, but it was a flower that was on there, and I was using it, and I was trying to um, cut it down a little bit because it was just way too big for the airplane. And I practiced on one, and it was still laying there because I usually put the parts over in this little bowl. So if I need something, I've got it handy, and I made the tail out of it. The Oh, I'm cutting this. I don't know why. I've had this for 11, 12 years, and it was started out 48 sheets, 4 sheets, I think, of everything. And I still like it a lot. So I did cut it, yeah. But everything has the gray on there, and the other side of that wood grain has some gray on there. I can't remember what's on the other side, but yeah. I think it's the polka dot. I think the polka dot's on the other side. But there's my long title. And it says there must have been some magic in that empty box he found, like the Frosty the Snowman song. And the bottom part, the subtitle says, One boy, one box equals endless imagination. And it started out a whole lot longer because I had this whole poem made up in my head like Frosty the Snowman, but since I used the word abound in there and couldn't think of anything else that would rhyme and work, I decided that maybe Dakota might not know what that word was and understand it. So I wanted something he'd understand a little bit better, so I changed the subtitle part. I put that rocket on there, and it seemed like part of it just disappeared because it was wood grain on wood grain. And here I thought, oh, wood grain, how cool is that? And so I made my rocket out of wood grain. Well, it will not go there, so I had to move it down to the bottom left. The car, when I put it on there, as I said, the wheels will not attach. So I was thinking when I was putting them on that about cartoons and how these are oval, and I thought, well, they're probably oval because in the cartoons they're oval and then they're tilted towards the front, so it looks like the car's driving faster. So that's what I'm doing. I don't know if it's like that on the photo that's on the die set because I didn't look at it. I'd already put it up when I was putting that on there, but that was what was going through my head. These are the Spellbinder dies, and they come in a set of 7, and the 4 biggest ones are a set of 4. And the 3 smaller ones are a set of 3, but generally I only use 3, whether I use the large ones or the small, and these are the large ones. And I do have foam tape behind them, and I already put the twine on them, and I do have bows made over in that little tray, but I made them ahead of time so they'd all be the same size. And I wouldn't have to do all that on screen because I'm sure y'all know how to make a bow. And I figured I might as well just have them made ahead of time. Since I was assembling 3 things, I wasn't sure how long they'd take on the video, but surprisingly, this video isn't near as long as I was expecting it to be. The twine, I'm just going to glue it on the back. I may go back and put washi tape on there if it seems to come up when I go to put it in the album, but it seems stuck pretty good when I was doing it. The let's see, what else do I have left? I think I have the rocket to put on. Oh, I've got a cluster to put on too. And then I'll be done with the layout. Aren't you all surprised? But the rocket I am going to go ahead and put in on foam tape, but I'm not going to put foam tape underneath the rocket's bright glare shooting out from the bottom. I'm just going to go ahead and put it straight down and just put the foam tape on the rocket itself. But yeah, those are the hand hoofs of the little reindeer, the ones on each side, because they're made just a little bit different. And yeah, they worked out great for the uh, rockets. I'm saying bright glare because I don't know what else to call them. But when I was pulling everything out of the iris container, there was that little camera, and I thought, boy, I really like it. And it will go with the paper that I already had picked out to have something with more of a gray color in it to go with the paper. And yeah, I had to repeat it 3 times so the camera was working. And then I had to pick out some more stuff. So I went ahead and got a letter to Santa. And I hadn't planned to put those phrases there, but I must have really thought that spot there because, I had it all planned in my head. What I was going to do was much bigger than what it physically ended up being. So the phrases are going to all three be on the ornaments instead of down there in my cluster. And I had that light set left over from my last layout, which is tomorrow. And because I didn't use them all on there, and I thought, might as well use it, put it on there. I might not do another Christmas layout until the 25th of January anyway. But that's it, that's my layout. Make sure you check out the links down there below to see what the others are doing with their dies and or punches today, because they're pretty creative and you might get some ideas. Well, I'm sure you'll get some ideas. And I'm thinking that house is Echo Park. And yeah, it may be Chamel, but I'm thinking it's Echo Park. And there is my long title and the car and the rocket and everything else. I thought I'd show a lengthy view there, making it look even longer from that angle. And yeah, see how that wood grain is? It just blended right in. So it was not working out at all. But if you leave a comment below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so much. But I looked at that plane just now and I thought I could leave a link down there below for another plane that I did on a different layout, a more vintage looking plane. Of course, that one kind of looks like a bomber or something from World War II, but this one looks even older. But I will leave a link down there just in case you're all interested and need one for a layout. But it was from a museum, that's why I had it. But have a happy, scrappy week. Take care and stay safe. Bye.